In this video, we'll look at the process to create a pop-up, sort of like a gallery kind of thing, to show a preview of things in the repeating group. And I'll demonstrate that. So here I've got a set of templates that is available for creating websites using Notion. And when I go over a template, I want to be able to show the preview of it. And you can see here, this preview is being changed depending on the position of the mouse in the repeating group. As you can see here, events are being triggered from the respective element. So let me show you how I went about doing this. So first, I've got a hover image called a reusable. Very simple. It's a floating reusable. Floats at the top left, top of the elements, and it has a type of a Notion template, which is my data type, and the type of the element is a floating group. Inside it is an image. This image basically takes the image of the Notion template, processes it. There's no cropping, etc. done, and that's about it. Now here's my second reusable, which shows the templates list along with the hover image. So I've got the hover image here, and this is set to conditional when it's empty. It's not visible, and it also floats to the top right of this section. And inside this, let's just look at the layout. The layout is fit height to content, so it stretches to the height of the image, and accordingly the rest of it adjusts. So now coming to the main part, here I've got the repeating groups, and here we've got a couple of workflows. So here I've said that when the repeating group has fully loaded the items, i.e. the loading state is no, you run a JavaScript. This JavaScript basically gets all the elements of the class called Notion template row, which I am setting in this repeating group for every Notion template. You can see here I've used the classify plugin to set the new row. And so these have the class called Notion set row. Now when this gets loaded, this gets run, do in the repeating group every time. And when this gets run, I'm doing it every time because let's say there's another set of loading happen, I want events to exit it again or trigger again. So then I'm setting up a mouse listener here. The mouse listener is for the on enter event. It loops through all the elements and triggers the event. And for my particular case, I'm using a JavaScript bubble function called hover, which takes the index of the current cell. And when that current cell is done, it displays the data for that particular current cell into the hover image, and then it triggers a show. Now let's look at the JS2 bubble event. So I've got a JS2 bubble inside the repeating group. So I've got the repeating group here, I've got the group here, and below the group, I've got in addition to the 3 rows, I've got a JavaScript bubble element with the suffix called hover, and this basically publishes a state called value and triggers a state called value. It triggers an event, and that's what's happening here. So when this event is being triggered, it takes the value, shows the image using the value, and that's it. Using that, I'm able to get this hover kind of effect, and you can see that the values are being triggered. This is yet to be fixed a bit, but anyway, it works.